All right. Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Storyteller's Corner. I'm your host, Joshua T. Copeland's Truberty, also known as Byron Sidious. And today I'm just going to be reading a brief write up that I felt was perhaps overdue because I tend to try to do more narrative storytelling pieces when I'm doing standalone videos. Um, Oftentimes audiobook presentations of fiction material, as you will be seeing coming back to the YouTube channel. That will be ported over from my BitChute and Rumble channels. However, this is more of a personal piece. As you will well know, if you know me well, I have a tremendous love for the works of the late, great Sir Terry Pratchett, particularly for his Discworld novels. Two of my favourite characters of his design are Sir Samuel Vimes of The Watch and Death of the Disc. I have a deep affinity for these two characters, and for a little while I had ascribed this appreciation primarily to little more than the expertise with which Pratchett portrayed and developed them throughout his novels. But at this time, I've come to accept that there is a particular facet or trait of these two characters to which I willingly rally at all times. That trait is their devotion to their duty. Now, I am no noble creature by any stretch, no saint by the measure of anyone with more than two brain cells to clack together inside their skull. I don't engage in great works of charity or donate heaps of money and time to good and worthy causes, largely because we are barely scraping by here as it is. I'm not some shining example of a Christian man, and from what I can gather, I barely qualify as one to begin with. But I am dedicated to my duties, to the surest measure as I can be. My first duty, always and ever, is to my children, to provide for them, to educate them, to comfort them, and to ensure their joy and freedom. My task is not to overtly coddle them or give them too easy a time through life, or to give them what they want so much as what they need, which is, put simply, food, shelter, water, guidance, discipline, instruction, ethics, and a moral and ethical compass, and to give them my love. I must direct them toward the good road, though it be littered with debris, heartbreak, challenges, and pain. My job as their father is to teach them how to best overcome those obstacles, to meet them head on, and to face them with honesty and perseverance, and to lead a life of purpose, honor, and love of their own. My second duty is as husband to my wife, to cleave to her needs above mine own, to match in all ways the efforts to our familial success and well being, to tend to those obligations which she is not disposed to in personality or affect, and to lighten her load. Mine is the gift to her of love, peace, and uncomplaining completion of that task which must be done to lend her life happiness, as bright as the sun in cloudless summer days. This I will fall short of, but I will strive for it to the best of my ability at all times. My apologies for coughing again. Proceeding onward now. Thirdly, my duty is to my art, and to the wonderment that is the creation and sharing of narrative, and the search for an exemplification of the art which is worthy. To craft tales that entertain and inform, that bend the minds of readers and listeners away from our world and into another, that they may step away from their own troubles, if only for a little while, and rejoice in the word, the fantastical, weirdness, and the terrifying even, that they may view their own struggles in a new light, or at least forget them for a brief while. I ever shall champion the lesser known or celebrated artists, Scott Burtness and Terry West or Bronwyn Winter Phoenix, over folks like King and Gaiman and Mercedes Lackey. Don't get me wrong, those folks are talented storytellers and should never be taken for granted. However, it is those independent voices who need someone to be their clarion call and to trumpet their successes and capacities. And those other more famous names little need someone like me to tell you about them. It is through an uncompromising tending to these duties that I shall best serve mankind and attempt to better the society to which I am but a lone member. And if I must forego my own comfort, or ease, or security and safety to ensure the well being of my children, my wife, or my art, then I shall do so, for that is what God has called upon me to do. It is a little thing, a minor and seemingly unimportant thing in the grand scheme of the universe and its existence, and I am but a little man in the arena of life. But I shall raise my tools in service to my duty, for in so doing I meet the purpose of my life, and I shall give my all to it, for that is who I am, no more and no less. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I ask that you take care of yourselves, and as always, keep reading.